Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech. Today, we're digging into a massive shift happening in the tech world. I'm talking a new king at the top and a market that's just roaring back to life.
All right, let's just jump right in. In just the last 24 hours, the tech world got hit with two huge headlines, and they both signal this major power shift. First up, there is a brand new name at the very top of the world's rich list. Yep, a nearly year-long reign is officially over.
And then, as if that wasn't enough, a blockbuster IPO from a European fintech darling just slammed onto the US market with a valuation that is, well, it's absolutely staggering.
So you got to ask yourself, right? What is going on here? What are the powerful undercurrents causing these, seismic shifts in both wealth and the market? So over the next few minutes, we're going to connect the dots. We'll look at the key currents of change, everything from the new titans of tech all the way to how we live and even how we move.
All right, first things first. Let's talk about that big change right at the top. So get this. Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison's fortune just soared. We're talking an incredible $393 billion. That officially makes him the world's richest person.
And here's the crazy part. This wasn't some slow, gradual climb. No way. This was a straight-up rocket ship. It was all fueled by his company's stock, which had its biggest single-day jump since 1992 after they released a shocking outlook for their cloud business.
Okay, so what's really interesting is the why behind this massive surge, right? Well, it all comes down to one thing, the new gold rush. And that is, of course, artificial intelligence.
You know, one venture capitalist put it perfectly. They said AI isn't just another sector. It's like electricity. It's like water. At this point, it's like the air we breathe. It's becoming this fundamental utility. And here's the kicker. There's a massive global shortage of the computing power you need to actually run it.
And this is where Oracle's strategy is just brilliant. Look at what they're doing. They're using their super profitable software business to fund building out these massive data centers. Then they're filling them with NVIDIA chips, and then they're renting out that desperately needed AI capacity to the whole world. They are literally turning a historic strength into a brand new gold mine. It's genius.
And this demand for AI, it's completely reshaping investment strategy. I mean, top firms like Index Ventures. Right now, 2/3 of all their activity is in the generative AI space. Think about that, 2/3. This isn't just a trend anymore, folks. It's kind of becoming everything.
Okay, but all this investment in AI, it needs an end game, right? You need a way to cash out. And that brings us perfectly to our second huge trend. The public market is roaring back to life. That's right, the exit is officially back.
You see, for the startup world, a hot IPO market is, it's everything. Successful exits, getting acquired or going public, that's the fuel for the entire innovation ecosystem. And after a really long dry spell, it feels like that window is finally open again.
And this creates this incredibly powerful cycle, this flywheel. Exits free up capital for new investments, sure, but they also create this whole new class of experienced operators. And even the early employees, who suddenly have the resources and, just as important, the know-how to go out and launch the next big thing. It validates the whole tech ecosystem to the rest of the world.
Okay, so we've got this massive engine, right? It's powered by AI and it's fueled by all this new capital. But how does all that actually, change our daily lives? Let's bring it down to earth and start with something universal, how we play.
Just look at how we consume sports. It's shifting dramatically. Younger audiences, they don't want to watch a full 3-hour game. They prefer that bite-sized highlight reel content. It's like the NFL red zone for everything. They want the action and they want it now.
And of course, this is creating a ton of entirely new business opportunities. We're talking everything from a $600 billion collectibles market to brand new leagues designed specifically for streaming, and the incredible rise of women's sports as a super important investment area.
And just to put that collectibles market into perspective for you, a single Babe Ruth jersey, one jersey, recently sold for a staggering $32 million. That is not just a hobby anymore. That is a real, legitimate asset class.
All right, so tech is changing how we play, and it's also completely redefining how we move through our cities. But this is a story of both incredible promise and some pretty serious peril.
On one hand, you've got something like Zoox launching its driverless robotaxi service in Las Vegas.
And I mean, this is a vehicle with no steering wheel, no pedals. It was designed from the ground up, with the company's CEO saying they're rider-obsessed and want the experience to be magical.
But then you have the other hand. A recent investigation revealed that some design features on Teslas, like their battery-powered doors, can actually complicate rescues. They can turn crashes into these life-threatening races against time for first responders. It's a sobering thought.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. AI, IPOs, sports, cars. What does this all mean for the next 5 years?
So let's just tie this all together, shall we? First, we've got the raw power of AI acting like the new electricity for everything. Second, the IPO market is back open, and that's fueling the next wave of startups. Third, because of all that, we're seeing our daily experiences evolve, from how we play to how we move. But, and this is a big but, it all comes with a really important reminder that progress, innovation, it's a double-edged sword. It always comes with new risks that we have to figure out how to navigate.
Which kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As all these forces, AI, mobility, fandom, as they continue to accelerate, I want you to think about this. Which one of these tech currents is going to reshape your world the most in the next 5 years? If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.